Shalom, praise the Lord. Welcome to our brief Bible reflections. This week we've been looking at the book of 1 Samuel chapter 30, and we have read verse 1 up to verse number 8, drawing several lessons out of the same. We have continued to say that there are times in this life when we fall into very desperate situations. And like David and his team, especially in verse number 4, they got to a point where they wept until they had no more power to weep. And in verse number 6, we read that David encouraged himself in the Lord. When everybody else had, turned against him, even the people planning to stone David, he encouraged himself in the Lord. In other words, in this life, we face various circumstances and situations. And many times we imagine like, we can draw our strength from maybe what we have in our hands, in our pockets, who we are, because like David was a strong man, but we must draw our strength from the Lord. Out of the whole portion, we can say that we have learned a number of things. And in summary today, we see that even when we fall into any kind of danger or challenge, we must put our faith in God, because only God can protect us. Number 2, never give up hope, because God is faithful and He's able to bring good even out of a desperate situation. This was a desperate situation, but never give up faith, because God is faithful. Number 3, God rewards those who are faithful to Him. David turned to his God. And in fact, in verse number 6, the Bible talks about him turning to the Lord, his God. So he was faithfully committed to his God. And so God always rewards those who turn to Him with devoted hearts. Number 4, we should never be discouraged. This we kept on saying. We should never be discouraged. Crowning the same even with our song, what a friend we have in Jesus. And in the other stanza we say, we should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. And David turned to the Lord. He prayed. He called upon the name of the Lord. Never be discouraged. Even if you feel hopeless, helpless, confused, lost, never give up hope. Never get discouraged. Put your trust in God. And again, even in difficult times, we can have faith in God's ability, putting our trust in Him, God alone, who is able to make things turn to our good. And no wonder David in verse number 8, he inquired of the Lord, counting on God's ability. The situation is desperate. We don't know where to turn to, whom to turn to. We are not sure what to do, but counting on God's ability, David inquired of the Lord. And as we said yesterday, he is asking God very clear questions. Should I pursue this troop? Shall I overtake them? And God answers. God tells him, go ahead, pursue them, and without fail, you will recover all. Brothers and sisters, in your situation today, turn to God. Call upon the Lord. Inquire of the Lord. Ask Him, what next? Where to? What shall I do? What should I do? And God is faithful to answer you, to guide you, to direct you because he cares. And without fail, you will recover all. May the Lord help us to put our trust in him, to turn to him, and to allow him be God, even when things are so difficult, when situations look so desperate, we can still count on God's ability. God is able to turn around situations to suit us and to work for our good and to our good. The Lord bless you. God keep you. Have a blessed time. Shalom.